Hey guys, welcome to Trish Standley TV. Today we're going to be talking about a wonderful topic that I've wanted to touch on this entire season and finally was able to get a wonderful guest, my guest today, which is Wondrea Gilmore, who's going to come on and we're going to talk about her journey of being adopted and what that looked like and actually meeting her biological family. You do not want to miss this fun-filled interview. Guys, make sure you stay locked in.
Trish Standley TV show.
Hey guys, welcome to this edition of Trish Standley TV. Today I have a wonderful guest with me hanging out. I've been searching all season, y'all, for this particular topic, and so I'm glad that I have the most beautiful, glamorous, talented Wondrea Gilmore.
Yes.
Hanging out with me. We met last week, and
Yes.
it was just like a quick turnaround. Hey girl, I need you on my show.
Right. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, we have a lot of people, know a lot of people in common. Ironically, you're familiar with Mark Squared Studios as well. But before you go into introducing who you are, I do want to share that you're a model, you're an actress. Do you sing, girl?
No,
Okay.
In the shower.
Okay.
Sound good.
Then
in the
we ain't
shower.
gonna count that then. But you're an actress, you're a model, and you have an amazing story, which is what we're going to talk about here today. But any more to that you want to add and share with our viewers who are just meeting you?
I own a business. I sell accessories and handbags. I just recently got into producing.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's about it.
And speaking of that, what made you the beauty industry, the acting industry? We were talking, my makeup artist was saying, a lot of times now, when we run across models, they're also actresses. It's kind of like a bleed into those two different entities. But what caused you, outside of your gorgeousness, what caused you to want to model and then also essentially going into acting and now producing?
So I think modeling kind of
Came to you.
It kind of fell in my lap. When I first moved to Georgia, probably 2014, a friend of mine was like, "Hey girl, they got this audition for this runway show. You should do it." So I kind of did it, and I enjoyed it. And then from there, I just kind of started being around people who was really doing it. And I would do hair shows from time to time in Alabama, but I kind of started doing it, and I started liking it.
Yeah.
And then I started connecting with the right people, networking with them, taking the right classes, and it just kind of took off from there. But I originally moved to Georgia to do acting and voiceover.
Okay.
So that was the goal, to move to Georgia to pursue.
To do that specifically.
Yeah, to act.
And what is it about voiceovers? Because that's an industry, it's kind of hard to break into.
Yeah.
And you have to do I didn't know you had to do classes and all that kind of thing. Kind of tap on that a little bit.
Oh my God, voiceover is very hard. When I first moved here, I moved here because I was pitched for a show. I could change my voice to do a certain variation of things, which a lot of people don't know. But voiceover is hard because they can send you out a pitch, and you gotta, sometimes it may say soft tone, loud tone, and it's just about literally just getting your stuff in the right people's hands so they can get you across the right people's desk to book those voiceover gigs. I'm still here 10 years later, and it's still hard, you know. But I booked some things, but it's hard.
Yeah,
I
think it's highly kind of like what you said. It's network driven. So
Yes.
if you have someone who's already in the industry, then that might help you. But I heard it's really hard to get into. But most people who are in it are very, very well and do well. And that's why I'm surprised that you don't sing, because you just said it. I can do so many things with my voice.
I could do it in the shower. Trish, I promise you, I sound good in the shower, but y'all not gonna be laughing at me. So.
Well, we can't have it all. You got the beauty and the talent. We can't have everything now.
God was like, I can't give you no voice work. That's how I would have been popping.
And the other thing I want to touch on before we get into your story is I love the move and the shift in this industry, in the fashion industry. As you guys know, I'm releasing a line. I'm gonna have her. She's gonna be one of my models, one of my muses, I should say. But one of the things I love in the industry that has happened, I'm gonna say the last 8 to 10 years, is that we are really celebrating the Black woman, not just the Black woman, but the luscious chocolate women.
Yes.
And then we're embracing full-figured women.
Right.
And so how does that feel for you? I know you said initially you wanted to do the TV and the voiceovers, and then you kind of modeling found you. But what is your take on that, and what has it done for you being able to grow up to see women, maybe not full figured back, you know, we ain't that old, I'm older than you, but we just got to where we've been able to celebrate the plus size woman. But like the Imans of our past, the Sheila Johnsons, what was it like for you to see that and see them growing up? And then how has that influenced the jobs that you pick?
Yeah. Honestly, I think like I grew up watching America's Next Top Model. Like
Yes.
I love Tyra.
Yes.
Sakara, like when I first saw her on camera, it was like, oh my God.
Amazing.
Like even Monique growing up, like, cause I never would see
Yes.
people like myself. I mean, you know, like that look visibly like me in that type of light. But even now, when it comes to like the plus size industry with models and them picking dark skin models, we have come a long way, but it's still.
We're not there yet.
We aren't there. Like we really aren't there. It's still so hard. But honestly, like I say, I've been blessed to like be able to book amazing jobs. But even still, me being like 7 years in, it's still hard. But I'm thankful again to, you know, the work ethic that I put into my modeling career, to the connections that I've made, that I've been able to, you know, still work and get good work. But we've come a long way, but we still have so
far to go.
Yeah.
But please keep doing it. And I know it's hard work, but our little girls need to see you.
Absolutely.
We need to see you in action, and we need to see you in. I say all the time. One of the things, only stipulation I had for God when I had a child was that she comes out. I didn't say she because I wanted a boy. But that they come out chocolate. And Lord bless me with just what he gave me.
Yes.
But then I learned growing up with her and raising her that she needs to see, even though she sees mommy doing things, she needs to see other women who have her skin tone.
Absolutely.
Out there. And so I thank you for being out there doing what you do, but please keep doing it. I know it's
I
hard.
love it. I'm always, even in my mind, people's like, Wondrea, you're doing so much. To me, I'm like, girl, I'm not doing enough. You know, so even when like people be like, Wondrea, how do you do it? How are you able to do this and do that? It literally warms my heart, because it's like, if I can do it, this young girl from Birmingham, Alabama, like, I mean, I'm special, but you're special too.
Right.
Nothing else. I'm not that special where you can't do it too.
Right.
So I think that's a blessing in it, to know that like, hey, when Wondrea can do it, like y'all can do it too. And if I'm still climbing, y'all can climb too.
Yeah. Just watch me.
No, I'm trying. But yeah, no, seriously though, like if I can do it, y'all can do it too. So
And it's some education behind it as well, you know, that comes with the experience. So I tell anyone who's interested in going in any industry, make sure you do your homework.
Absolutely.
Do your research. Find you a mentor. It is a must that you find a mentor in that particular industry. But let's break down and sit down and talk about what you're here to talk about today. And one of the topics that I was interested in covering on this year was foster care. And we spoke, and you said, well, I wasn't in foster care, but I was adopted.
Yes.
And so I still wanted to bring you on so that we could talk about that, because you were blessed to be able to go through the journey of finding your biological family. And so just kind of share a background story as far as that is concerned. How old were you when you found out that you were adopted? Is something that they always said to you? And then we'll move along, and then we'll get to the point where you were able to meet your biological family.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, this is just like, people only close to me like really know like I'm adopted. So thank you for sharing your platform with me to share with the world.
Because if not a lot of people know that. I think that it's a need out there right now. But I'm glad that you're sharing your story for the first time here on Trish Standley
Yes,
TV.
I'm excited about that. I would like to call my adoption like the agape love adoption. Breathe.
Yes.
And I say it's the agape love adoption because the way my parents, the way they love me, it's only agape love. When I was 5 years old, I was like super duper gifted as a child. And I never forget, my kindergarten teacher was named Miss Hudson, and this guy named Bertrand Wilson. The teacher, Miss Hudson, was telling us where babies come from. So my mom, she always told me I came from her heart. So you know what your mom say, it's law.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Mommy, where I come from? She's like, you come from my heart. You come from my heart. So I come from my mama's heart. So my teacher was explaining that, you know, babies come from your mommy's stomach. And I was like, no, babies come from your mama's heart. So me and Bertrand got into it. And he was like, no, babies come from your mama's stomach. I'm like, no, babies come from your mama's heart. I'm adamant that babies come from your mom's heart. So my teacher, she just could not understand why I was not understanding that I couldn't grasp the understanding that babies are formed in your mom's stomach. But that's because my mom told me I came from her heart. So like later on that afternoon, after school care, my mom came Miss Hudson had a conversation with my mom, and mom was like, hey, well, I tell Wondrea that she comes from my heart because she's adopted. So like later on that night, of course at 5 years old, I don't understand adoption.
Right.
But that's how my mom and my dad explained it to me from 5 years old until I got older.
Okay.
So she took it from there and was like, hey, you come from mommy's heart because you're adopted. So of course at 5 I don't understand adoption. But from there, she just explained it like as I got older. Because I remember like in the 3rd grade, my dad, he taught adoption classes and foster care classes for this group called Family Finders in Birmingham, Alabama. And I never forget, like, so many people were being intrigued with my father's story because they knew like they had adopted me.
Are you their only child?
I am their only child.
Okay.
I am their only child. They got me when I was 6 months old.
Okay.
The crazy thing about my story is that when my parents went to go get me, they had like 20-something babies to show my mom.
Really?
I got chills. They had 20-something babies to show my mom. I was the first baby that they showed her.
Really?
I was the first baby. After she saw me, she was like, it's her, I want her.
So did she know she wanted a girl or a boy? Did it not matter?
She knew she wanted a girl.
Was
She said they knew that they wanted a girl.
Okay.
And she knew that they wanted a girl. So they had 20 babies to show her, but I was the first baby that they showed her. She didn't even see the other 19. And she was like, we want her. And they got me. So from 6 months old, I was born in 89. In 90, in May of 90, they brought me home. And so, like, from there, you know, like I said, my dad, he was in the teaching family finder adoption classes, and they just kind of kept elaborating. I would ask my mom, I was like, well, mommy, you know, like, had more questions as I got older, like, who's my real mommy? Do I have sisters? And back in the day, they would give you this thing called, like, a chart sheet. So it would literally give you, like, the demographic of, like, it would give you, like, the demographic of your story. Like, on my...
Really?
No, it really would. On my chart sheet, it had told me, you know, I had a sister. It told me I had a brother, had 3 brothers, and I have a sister. And it tells me about my mom and my dad. So when my parents, when they put me up for adoption, they did, like, a closed adoption. They changed my name.
Okay.
They changed even if my biological mom tried to find me, she wouldn't have been able to because they changed they changed everything. So
So now back to that, you called it a chart or a track?
a chart. It's like a chart. It gives you like a breakdown of like your history.
Okay, so it doesn't give any names though.
No,
it just
it doesn't
tells
give
you
you
have
any names.
siblings and okay.
It doesn't give you any names. So I can get to that part. How you get the name is like when you become like 18, you can pay to have like your unofficial birth certificate unsealed.
Okay.
And so like before my dad like passed away, I used to always kind of like want to know like where I come from. I always wanted to meet like my siblings, and I wanted to meet my mom. Even my adopted mom, she would always instill in me because at first I would think like, well, why my mom? You know, why would she keep my other siblings and she wouldn't keep me? And my mom was like, Dre, she loves you so much that she blessed you with us.
Spoke highly of her.
My mother, she
That's
has
wonderful.
always spoke so highly of my biological mother. And even to this day, when I met my biological mom, I had so much love for her. Even now, I love, like, I'm so thankful. I can't explain it. But, and people be like, I don't get it. And I'm like, it's not for you to get, you know, because it's not your story to get. But it's because my parents, the way I love my mom, the way I do, and I'm so thankful for it. Even me and my biological mom, our relationship now, to see it, you would just be like, wow, like that is my friend, that's my heart. I love her dearly. Even her and my adopted mom, like they're
Really?
yes,
Awesome.
It's like it's like crazy, but it's like so, like I say, it's like an agape love story because you would have to see it to like
experience it in order to.
Literally, it makes me. I be like, oh, Wondrea, this is your life. You know, like this is your life. But it's a blessing because I can sit here on this couch and explain it to you and tell it to you. But yeah, my mom has always spoke so highly of my biological mom. Like, Dre, she loved you so much that she blessed mommy and daddy with you. You know, and then I had no siblings, so I only had a lot of cousins. And I was fascinated with like, well, what about my sister? She's like, one day you'll meet them. That was always the story. One day you'll meet them. One day you'll meet them. Like my parents always, they were pro me meeting my biological family. They never hid anything. In my family, it never was that, oh, Dre's adopted. Like, no, Dre is our cousin. Yeah,
exactly.
Grandma, I'm my grandma's baby. Like, my cousins, we're like siblings, It was never, adoption, it wasn't a thing.
So as a teenager, because you found out at 5, and then as you were growing, I think you had started tapping into one particular area where you were kind of sort of wondering about your biological family. What does that do as a beautiful young girl growing up in Birmingham? What does that do? Because we already struggle as teenage girls with self-esteem and self-worth. Did that have an impact on you? Your mom seems so amazing and so hands-on. Did you have anything going on internally? Because as moms, we can do everything we can, and the child eventually has to do the work. And as much as we want them to be healed and we want them to be right, the child actually has to do the work for healing. So what was it, or was there any issue with self-worth, self-esteem? We're already awkward with you during that time surrounding not knowing your biological family.
No, I think like, of course, like regular like teenage issues, maybe like, oh, I'm a bigger girl, I'm dark skinned, I maybe don't think I'm pretty enough. But like, no, it never had anything to do with like my me not knowing my family. It never had nothing to do with that. And then my parents, they always kept me like so. I was always like active, busy, church events or doing extracurricular activities. And even if I did feel like some type of way, my parents like always assured me, hey, like my mama always tell me, and my dad, you are chosen. You know, like your path is not everybody else's path. Like you're special. So my whole life, I always grew up thinking I'm special. I mean, I know everybody say that,
but
for me, I'm like, my mama and my dad always tell me like you're a special, Dre. Like nobody, it's nobody out there like you. So I kind of always like had that in my mind, my entire life. Even when the doubts come, even when the insecurities come, I'm special. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Like that is that's my thing.
Yeah.
So no,
I think your mom is one to be studied. Really, she really is one to be. And not to take anything away from your dad.
No,
reason why I'm saying mom is because of the mom-daughter dynamic only. But she needs to be studied because what she instilled was, and one of the things I want to kind of share with what my mom did. My father was not in our lives, and he was the epitome of deadbeat. But my mother never talked bad about him. The whole time we were growing up. As we got older, then we came to our own conclusions. But she never spoke negative to us, especially growing up as children. And it made my outlook on him different. So it was like, I want to give him a chance. I want to be open to this.
Right.
And so I feel like that's what your mom imparted in you, so that when the day came that you could connect with your biological family, it would be never easy, but it would be more ease in that. And so why didn't she write a book? She should have wrote a book. And I know you said your dad worked with those in foster care. And so was that their ministry? Was that their business? Was that just something that they were passionate about?
That was not my mom. She wasn't like, of course my dad, he taught the classes and stuff, but I think like that came like after, like
once they had you.
Yeah, my dad became super more passionate about it because he worked like in social work and teaching and stuff. So it kind of worked. It went along with that. But no, like my mom, she would support my dad, but like no, that was like my dad thing. He was like pro adoption. Even some of my cousins, like they have adopted. My parents are like pro adoption. Even myself, like I pray for a partner that wants to adopt because it's blessed me so much. Like I want to. I gotta bless another. I gotta do it. Like it's like the unknown. Like I gotta do it.
Yeah.
So no, that wasn't necessarily their thing together, but
them together created you.
Right.
So and I love that. This is what I was going to say earlier, and it lost train of thought. Was the sweetest? I think the sweetest gift next to your parents choosing you was when your mom said to you, "You are my child from my heart."
Right. Oh.
You can't go no deeper than that. It's a lot of womb children walking around here that has never been connected to their own mother's heart. So to be told that, girl, I see you tearing up. I'm trying not to make you cry, but that's why you know you're special.
Facts.
And that's why you're able to walk into confidence that you're in. So truly, when she picked you first, she knew exactly what she was doing.
She really did. That's my heart. I love my mom so much. And my dad. Like, God rest his soul. But yeah, absolutely.
So, so let's get to at 18. So you didn't meet your family prior to 18?
No, I didn't meet them prior to 18.
You had all the information, though?
I had all the information. But life started and I started getting active in high school. I was in the band. I became a flag girl. I went to college. College was College was great.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Miles College.
Okay.
In Birmingham, Alabama.
HBCU.
Go Bears, HBCU, yeah. I went to Miles College. I was in the band my freshman year. Then I became like super active in college. And then from time to time, I would go home and I would be like, Dad, are we gonna get myself together for me to meet my, my biological family? And he even had drafted up a letter for me to like send, because you have to send it to the Department of Health so they can pull your records. Okay. We did it, but time passed. We didn't get to do, but it wasn't. The timing wasn't right. Yeah. It wasn't meant for me to find them then. Yeah. So that time passed, went to Miles, stuff started happening, life is great. I become an adult, still same thing. My 25th birthday, my birthday is October 19th. October 18th of me leading into my 25th birthday, my dad passed. So like birthdays are like bittersweet for me because I ain't have no rinky-dink daddy. He was like, to me, he was like amazing. Yes. So like, I feel like the transition with him passing the day before my birthday, he was like, I know this child need like a balance. So let me just go before her birthday so she can still be like celebrated. So my birthday is always like bittersweet for me. Yeah. But after my dad passed, I was like, me and my daddy had sought out to find my biological family, and I was like, at some point I have to do it. Yeah. So I kind of put it to the back burner, and I was watching a show on television, and Oprah was talking about like finding families and how important it is to know where you come from. And for so long, I still had longed to know like my siblings, my biological mom, my dad. I just wanted to know like, I wanted to know where I come from. So I was telling my friend, I was like, girl, I want to find my family. I even told my mom, she was like, well, Dree, whenever you're ready. So she gave me my biological name. And when she gave my biological name, I held onto it like a little while. And then, I don't know, one day I just woke up and I told my friend, girl, I'm gonna find my family. She was like, well, do it, friend, find them. So I paid the money to have my unofficial birth certificate sealed. And
so you have to pay for that too?
Yeah, you have to pay for that. And so I did that, and then it came so quick.
Really?
It's like, yes, it's like I was talking to my mom Monday. It was like, give me my name. She gave me the name. And then fast forward to like that next Thursday.
Really?
The manila envelope came in the mail.
And so that was your family in the envelope. So you didn't have to do what is that stuff? The DNA test? You didn't have to do any of that?
No, because like it's like recorded. It was recorded.
Okay.
It was recorded. So I told it came in the mail. So my best friend was at home when I got it, and I was like, I got it. I can still see it. Like it's like this, like a little manila envelope. And I saw it, and it said Department of Health. Da da da. My heart dropped. I was like. So I gave it to Meredith. I was like, Meredith, this is it. Open it. She was like, what is it, friend? What is it? I said, girl, that's my adoption stuff. She was like, oh shit, friend. So she get it. She was like, all right, let's brace ourselves. I was like, oh. So we said, we breathe. She opened it. I'm like, friend, hurry up. So she opens it. And it's like this thick envelope. Oh my God, when she opened it, it's like my paperwork, it's my birth certificate. And then it's like the demographic of my family, the copy that my mom already had, like when my siblings break down about them. And then it has like these two little pictures of me. I was sitting on the blanket, and then like another picture of me, like probably when maybe I was just like a couple weeks old. Okay. And the first thing I did when I got the birth certificate, I looked and I found my mom's name. I was like, friend, that's her. That's her. She was like, friend, oh God. She was like, oh, we so excited. So my first instinct, got my phone, went to Facebook, try to find her. Yeah. I couldn't find her. I was like, dang.
Was it a common name?
It was a common name.
Yeah, that makes it hard.
I call her my pretty lady. I ain't gonna call my mom's name out right now, but
no.
I call her my pretty lady.
Yeah.
So I went to put her name, and I couldn't find her. I was like, I got defeated. And I was like, dang. So that morning, it like bothered me all throughout the night because I'm like searching. I couldn't find her. But everybody got that one friend that know how to find anybody. Yes. So I called my big sis, I'm on the phone with her. She was like, Drew, we're going to find these people. She's like, and friend, when you find these people, you're going to look just like these damn folks. Sure enough, look just like them. So we in the car. She's like, Drew, give me the name. I'm going to call our friend Sharnika. She was like, I bet Sharnika can find her. I kid you not. I remember like it was yesterday. I was driving to work. She called Sharnika. Sharnika's like, Drew, what's her name? I gave her my pretty lady name. She said, da-da-da-da, did whatever she did. She was like, I only see one person, and they still say in Montgomery as such and such, such and such. it's the way she said it. It's like I just knew.
It was her.
I just knew it was her. So after she said that, she was like, Drew, you want to call her number? I was like, call
So she
it.
got her number?
The number was listed. I was like, call it. She was like, okay. She called it. I heard her voicemail.
It sounded like you, didn't it?
It didn't sound like me, but I just knew it. I knew it.
You just knew it was her.
I knew it was her. I knew it was her. And I was like, dang, y'all, that ain't her. And she was like, we're going to leave a voicemail. So she left the voicemail. She was like, Dree, if it's her, she going to call back. And I said, but she don't know. I said, this been so long ago. She's like, Dree, you her baby. She don't want to talk to you.
Yes.
So I went to work. I can't even focus at work. Like, I'm at work. I'm just like on pins and needles. I'm like, oh, man. But I clocked in at 8 o'clock. By 9:30, Sharnika, they was calling me back. Sharnika called me. Sharnika was like, Dree, I got your mom on the phone. I'm like, what? Before I could even know it, I'm get up from my desk. Mind you, I shouldn't even answer my phone while I'm at work. I get up out of my desk and run out the door. I'm like, I'm like, oh my God. She's like, my baby.
Really?
It's like I kid you not. If I call Sharnika right now and I have her play that out, she would say the exact same thing that I'm saying to you. And my mom was like, my baby. And I'm like, oh my God. Like we are just
it was
so
instant.
It was beautiful. Oh, and I was just like, oh my God. And she was just like, God, she just literally started saying, she was like, God loved me this much. God loved me this much. God loved me this much. And we probably screamed on the phone about 20 minutes. Wow. Oh my God. Like, we were so excited.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went inside my job and I just started telling like my coworkers, because they know like, like bits and pieces.
Right.
They were just all like so happy for me. And I could not work. My man was like, Wondrea, go home. She was like, girl, go home.
Ain't no good.
She was like, go home. So I go home. At that point, I end up finding Pretty Lady on Facebook.
Okay.
And I went and looked, and I became obsessed.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, this is my mom. I look like her. You know what I'm saying? Then I saw my sister. I'm like, oh me and my sister are like twins. Like,
Wow.
like we are like twins. I saw my sister, then I saw my brother. Then I was just like picking out different people. I'm like, oh, this is my grandmother. This is my, like, I went like with an obsession down my
As you
mom's
should
Facebook.
have.
And I was just so elated. So like later on, like that day, I think my mom, she had told me, she said, I got so much stuff for you. And she was like, your grandmother is still alive. She's like, your dad is still alive. She's like, you got a sister, you got a brother. She's like, you got nieces, you got nephews. I'm like, oh God. I was
a whole tribe.
girl, you got a whole bazooka
So your
of
dad
people.
was still living too.
My dad was still living
Okay.
too. Like, I would call him right now. He would crack you up. He'd be like, oh, because funny story about him too. But yeah, my dad is still living too. But it was just like a beautiful thing. So much other little details and stuff. My sister, I'll never forget, she called me like that night. She called me about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We stayed on the phone, I kid you not, till 3 o'clock that morning till our phone died. And she was like, hey. I was like, hi. She was like, I'm your sister. And I'm going to say my sister's name because I know she don't care. Her name is Shawanda. And she was like, I'm your sister, Shawanda. And she was like, your name Wondrea? I'm like, yeah. She was like, where you been? It's so nice to meet you. Like, we were just catching up on all the things. And it was just such a beautiful, it was just
Experience.
amazing. Like, for real. Even from the first time meeting them, like me meeting my mom the first time, her just like touching my hand, my face.
So tell us about that. So were you able to meet them in person?
I was able to meet them like as like months, as like maybe 2-3 months progressed. Because at first it all came to me I was so excited. Yeah. Then I started having like all these crazy feelings that I didn't know I had. It had
mixed
like
emotions.
Yes, it just like it had me mind fucked. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, I got all these emotions that I'm trying to process. Even like sometimes now I'll still be like trying to process my emotions. But like it always goes back to like my mom, my dad teachers. Like, Wondrea, you were special. You were this special. This was destined to be your life.
Yes.
And even I look at my mom, just like who she's such a, her and my adopted mom, they have so much in common. People love them. Like when I say love them, so many people love my adopted mom. Like they don't play about her. And even my biological mom, meeting her, get into her world, like they don't play about her either. And I was just like, it's just so.
You were literally a gift to your parents.
No, facts.
Literally.
Facts.
Literally.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts. Seriously, but it's been a beautiful story meeting my family and me building that relationship. And people always say like, Wondrea, how are you just so how can you talk about it? And I'm like, y'all, like it's my parents. It's what they instilled in me. Like that's why I don't have hatred towards my biological mom. And even our talks that we had, like why she did it. It's just to even like hear her why she did it. It's just like it was destined. It had to happen like that. It had to be like that.
Yes.
And my dad meeting him the first time, it's crazy. My sister, when we first met, we still obsessed with each other now. But when I first met talked to my sister, we would talk all the time. And my dad, he was walking down the street. And she was like, girl, I see your daddy walking down the street. I was like, oh my God, pull over, like pull over. She's like, hold on. She's talking, she's like, I'm about to pull over soon, I'm about to pull over. She pulls over. When she pulls over, he gets in the car. They call my sister Duke. He was like, hey, dude, take me to Church of Chicken. Give me some chicken. Kid you not. She like, daddy, what if I told you got a daughter? He like, I ain't got no daughter.
Oh,
she
so
like,
he didn't even know.
He didn't know.
Okay, you don't have to go into details. So
He
go
didn't
ahead.
know.
Go ahead.
But he was like, she's like, Dad, what if I told you got no daughter? He like, I ain't got no daughter. She like, Dad, what if I told you like, hold on, Dad. I was like, she wanted to FaceTime him. I wanted to see him.
Yeah.
And she FaceTime. She Googled. She don't got an iPhone. She Googled meet me, and I saw him. And I don't know what happened. He started crying. He started crying. I started crying. He was like, girl, you're so pretty. He was like, why are you crying? He was like, why are you crying? And I was like, I'm just full. And he was like, why am I crying? And he was like, well, don't cry, pretty girl. He was like, if you my daughter, you my daughter. He's like, I love you. But, after that, my mom, she talked to him. And then next day, I had called and I asked, I said, hey, can you tell him about me? And she did just that. She's a woman of her word. She did just that. That's why I admire my pretty lady so much. Like, because I know I deal with what I deal with, but I'm like, she deal with what she has to deal with too, because, she has to deal with this too, because now at this age, it's me and my family. I pray for my mom all the time, because I'm like, I know she has to deal with what she has to deal with.
Yeah.
But she a woman of her word, and she told my dad, and he called and talked to me the next day, and I kid you not, he calls and leaves me. I will show you right now my voicemail. He calls me every morning at 6:00, and I'm like, Daddy, I'm not woke yet. Like, why? But he gonna blow that phone. He gonna blow this phone down. Like, it won't even show. But you would see, it's a dad. He gonna blow this phone down. But he don't be wanting. He just want to call and say like, "Good morning, how you doing?" Shortly after,
and it's those little things matter. They matter.
It means so much to me, because my dad has deceased now, so it's like. It's just so special to me. But he has now he's blind. So he can't see. So he's always like asking his siblings. He's like, like, what does she look like? Who does she favor? It's like, oh, she looks like your sister such and such. She looks like this. And it's crazy because all my aunts have like these big pretty legs. And so like I got like big pretty legs. Like I've never shaved my legs a day in my life. Literally. At the age I am now, I've never shaved my legs. And they all have like big pretty legs.
Yeah.
So but he's blind now. Shortly after he saw me, he went blind.
Aww.
It's like bittersweet, but
he was blessed to be able to see you.
He was blessed to be able to see me that one time.
Girl, it's like it's blessing on top of blessing on top of
blessing. He was
blessing
blessed to see me that one time.
Wow.
And he's so funny, man. If I called him right now, I'd be like, Daddy, I'm doing the interview. I want to call him just for look how many times he be leaving me voicemails. I want to call him right now just for shits and giggles.
Okay, we gonna call Daddy.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta call him. I'm like, Daddy, I'm doing the interview. Watch this. He gonna be so excited.
You might want to tell him be on speaker.
I'm gonna tell him. Please answer the phone. This will be the one time he don't answer the phone.
Hey, Wondrea.
Hey, Daddy.
I'm gonna bust your head, man.
No, Daddy, listen, Daddy. Listen, how about this? I'm in an interview. I'm sitting here with Miss Trish Standley, and I was just telling her about our story. You are on speakerphone. So
yes.
Say hello.
You're live.
Tony, how you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderful. Talking to your wonderful daughter.
That's my baby daughter.
Yes.
That's my baby there.
Daddy, why you say you gonna bust my head?
That's all here for me.
I know. I was in a rush this morning. I just wanted you to tell them, hey, Daddy. Tell them, hey.
Good morning. How y'all doing up there? Y'all got a queen up there. She turned 36 last week. She's a queen now.
Why you telling my business?
Right. Yes, she is. She is. You made a beautiful daughter. She's gorgeous.
Well, You know she beautiful. You all think about how daddy look.
All right, Daddy. I just want them to see your personality, how silly you was.
Hey,
Say nobody jocks the king. Say nobody jocks the king.
I'm a son of a king. I'm a son of a king.
All right, Daddy. We gonna talk to you later. All right.
I'll be back later on day, baby.
All right, love you.
Love you too, baby.
All right.
Knowing good well you not, because you got 2 events.
No, I'm coming back.
Okay.
If I don't, he gonna come back. But no, he literally all he wants to do. He just want to talk. He want to ask me. He always asks me like, "How your day going? How you doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like stuff like that, and I'm so appreciative of it. And he love women. So he gonna be like,
I can tell.
He gonna be like, "How that lady look that she was sitting there talking to?" But his heart, I can understand why. Like, I have such a beautiful heart because my parents have beautiful hearts, and then my adopted parents, they have such beautiful hearts. So it's just like such a full circle moment. Even my biological mom, she's just like, she called me gorgeous. Like that, I call her pretty lady and she calls me gorgeous. It's like our little thing. That's my girl. Like we are, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, I love to hear this story because a lot of times people are afraid to step forward to look for their family out of fear.
Absolutely.
They don't know what to expect, which is understandable.
No.
Because everyone's story don't end the way yours end.
It doesn't.
But I still feel like it's important for, if you're able to connect with your family, just to put that, like for instance, you said there were feelings that came up that rose up that you didn't even know existed.
I didn't even know existed.
But they needed to come up so that you could heal from it.
Absolutely. I think because I'm like, I mean, every dog I always say, like every dog has their day. But I think like in the year 2020, like where it was like a great year for me, like financially, I was like leading into 2021, 22, I was like my darkest, where I was still smiling on the outside. I was just so sad and like empty. And I couldn't figure out why I was so sad and why I was like so empty. But it was just like those underlying things that I just didn't realize, like, that I had, that had me feeling like that. But I'm so thankful that at the point that I did find my biological family, that I found them when I found them. Because it gave me the pieces of the stuff that I didn't realize that that I was missing, or that I didn't know that bothered me, that I needed to find out why. Yeah. But still, it all ties back to my mom and my dad. Like, your mom loved you. This is why this was an act of love. It wasn't an act of selfishness. It was an act of love. Yeah. So I think that's what always pulls me back in. But it's been an amazing, they support, like when I tell you I have something, my family will come from Montgomery to Georgia to support me. Like, I never forget my 31st birthday. They all drove from Montgomery to come to my dinner. And all my friends are saps like me, because they know, like, everybody.
Did they surprise you?
No, I knew they was coming, but my mom was there, my biological mom was there, and to see them, like, at the end of the cul-de-sac by my house talking, it just did my heart good. Because when I first found my biological mom, I seen a different side of my adoptive mom that I had never seen. She became like, I don't know. I'm sure she had like different thoughts, and she was like, "Tree, Mommy just watched a lot of TV." She's like, "I want you to know that Mommy is so happy for you. She loves you." But my aunt, I called my aunt that, and I remember telling her, I was like, "My mom, like, I don't know, something's going on." She's like, "Dree, give her time." Yeah. She's like, "You have to let your mom have her time." Yeah. She's like, "Don't be mad at her. Don't feel no type of way." She's like, "Mommy has to have her time." Yeah. And I kid you not, because I've never seen my mom like how she was, but she told me, she said, "Dree, Mommy is happy for you. Mom, you have always wanted to know your family." She's like, "And I'm glad that you found your family." She was like, "And when the time is right, Mommy's gonna come around." She will. And when I tell you, I prayed about that thing, and my mom, she did come around, and she, she loves my sister. She always asks about my grandma. She be like, "How your pretty lady doing?" And I just always want my mom to like, "Mom, like, nobody could ever like you
replace you.
You are her." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have given me something that nobody else could ever give me. Like, it's me and you to the end of the world, till the wheels fall off. But now she good.
Now, do you think that because as you're sharing this story, do you think that it was better for you to connect once you were a full-grown woman?
I absolutely think,
because I think that the full-grown woman can identify with the woman that your biological mom was and is, and it helps you to understand a little bit more. Because when we're walking in our wondom hood and our queendom, we know the ins and outs, the tough times, and But yeah, it sounds like to me that was ideal for you to meet her as an adult.
I had to.
Yeah.
And you know, like sometimes, I know I'm like super spiritual when it comes to like God and destiny. But like sometimes you want what you want, but then God has a bigger purpose. Like he knows why you can't do stuff when you want to do it.
Right.
But I think like the places that I was in at that point, it wasn't time. But chapter 30, like that was it was time.
Yeah.
That was the time for me to meet them. And here we are 6 years later, like that's my family, you know, like our lives have been intertwined. It's a beautiful thing. Like, and I always tell people all the time, I'm like, you know, my story is not going to be the next person's story.
Right.
But I am proof that like agape love adoptions does exist. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have a successful adoption. Like don't feel bad for putting up your baby for adoption. Like she didn't abort me. She, you know, she put me up for adoption, and I admire her for that.
Right.
Like
and
literally.
it has to be something said about the mother who is willing to sacrifice, because that has to be one of the hardest things.
Absolutely.
I can't even physically. I can't even fathom it. So I know it has to be a serious decision and choice that you make, because you're sending your child off into the unknown.
Right.
At not even just a child, a baby, an infant. But I also give a lot of kudos and a lot of props to the moms who are willing to take on these children.
Absolutely. And
I would encourage and inspire, if you're a woman out there and you want to experience being a mom, to consider adoption.
Absolutely.
Consider, and don't feed into the stereotypes. You just become the type of woman and mom that you need to be for this child, and you won't ever have to worry about.
I think that's beautiful to say. Like that's somebody stamped that. Trish said that. Like give her that, because you're so right.
Yeah,
like,
you become the mom that, like your mom was made the way, because just you have to go in and saying, okay, this child is going to want to know their biological parents. You have to go in with that, and what is going to be the most seamless, loving way that I can parent this child, so that when that day comes, I'm still gonna have insecurities as a woman. We have to address that, because she raised you. You are her heart child.
I am. She called me her blessing.
Yeah, and so kudos to both women, the ones who have the power and the strength enough to say, okay, I can't do it, someone else can do it better than me, and also the woman who takes on the job, and then have to have that openness to that one day this child is going to, because you say it came out to be a horror story for you. Your mom still has to be the shoulder that you cry on. She's got to be the one that you lean on, and so it can go either way.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
When I asked, I think I only had one question. Like my entire life, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know, like, well, why? And she gave me her why. And when I heard her why, I think like it just solidified. You know, just like so much stuff in unanswered questions that I had about her. But even when she gave me her why, I think like I still to this day I just look at her with so much adoration, and I'm just like, girl, like she. I don't even think she know it, but I'd be like, ugh, like she's it for me. You know, like I love that. I love the boldness in her, you know. Even talking to her, she was like, you know, she prays so hard for like me, you know, like, and I believe that I'm proof of prayers, because stuff that I've been able to do in my life, like the average person can't say that they've done. Right. But it's definitely, you know, because of Deborah and Gary, you know, like what they instilled in me, in our village, my family, my pastor, like, you know, it took a village to get Wondrea to where she's at, and I'm forever grateful for it. So yeah, like, kudos to my pretty lady and my mom, Deborah. I love you, mommy, so much, literally.
Okay, we're getting ready to go, and I hate to end the conversation because it's just an amazing story. But I really want you to look into the camera over here and just kind of minister and pour into someone who is on the fence. Do I search my family out? Do I not? I want to, but I'm fearful. I don't want to hurt my parents who've known me and raised me my entire life. Speak to any of that you feel led to speak to inspire our viewers to just go forth.
Hey guys, I would say let me be the example for you to step out on faith and walk and find your biological family, make those connections, seek the answers that you always wanted to know, and know that everything happens for a reason. And not only does everything happen for a reason, but like let your story be a blessing, whether it's a good story, whether it's a bad story. You never know who you're going to bless with your story along the way. And also, y'all, like, even though it may be hard, just know it's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And the biggest thing is about like your story. Your story can be somebody else's blessing. So let Wondrea be the key to you to tell you, like, if you are thinking about adoption, let me be proof that adoption is beautiful. It's agape love. Also, let me be proof that adoption does work. Let me be proof that good people still exist. And to the mothers that bless their babies with great adoptive parents, kudos to you. Like, you are a strong woman. Don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. Like, you are the women in the world that we need more of. And I mean that from the pit of my soul. Like, kudos to y'all, because y'all are the real champions. Yeah, I love y'all. Like, I hope that bless somebody's soul, because it blessed mine.
Absolutely. Your whole story is a blessing. And before we go, I always ask people this when it comes to their businesses, but I'm going to ask you this, even if you don't know the answer, but I'm just wondering. How did your parents come up with Wondrea?
So my mom always says that I'm wonderful, so she didn't want to name me Wonderful. So she was like, it's Wondrea. But as I've gotten older,
it's Wondrea.
It's Wondrea.
Okay.
But like, I started saying Wondrea, so we just go with Wondrea, and then I just keep Wondrea in my head, like it's Wondrea. But I say Wondrea. But she named me.
Don't say what you want.
Oh, right.
Don't say what you want. I mean, because trust me, I have friends and siblings that call me what I asked you to call me.
So yeah, but she thought I was wonderful, so she named me.
That is beautiful.
Wondrea, yeah.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad I asked you that on camera.
Yes, I'm glad you asked me that too. Shout out to you, mommy, because that is dope. I'm the only one in the world too, my
yes,
dad.
absolutely.
Y'all named y'all kids Wondrea.
So you know, some more pop up, they copying. But yeah, so we're getting ready to close the show out. But I wanted to also give you an opportunity to put yourself out there. You are a working woman.
Yes.
You model, you act, you do voiceovers. So please share with us how we can connect with you.
So you guys can connect with me on Instagram. It's Wondrea. That's WONDREA. That's Instagram. On my Facebook, it's Wondrea Gilmore. That's WONDREA. Last name is Gilmore, GILMORE. On TikTok, it's Everything Wondrea. On YouTube, it's Everything Wondrea. If you want to book me, I model, I act, I can dance. I'm about to be around. Like, this is an experience. So book me at BOOKWONDREA@gmail.com.
All right, girl.
I'm weak.
Y'all got to get her, because I mean, she gonna bring the spirit and the energy to
Oh,
any
thank you
set
so much.
she a part
Thank you so
of.
much.
But thank you so much for coming. Really, truly, thank you so much for coming and sharing this beautiful story. This is exactly the perfect story to end off this season for me, because I started from last year trying to get someone to come in and talk on this particular, and we're going to do more discussions and find out more information in this particular area. Why I'm being led this way, I don't know. Maybe a viewer is considering adoption. I feel by way of foster care, which is a whole nother topic, but definitely from birth, from 6 months, you were blessed. You were selected specially.
Yes.
You were selected first. And even outside of all of that, you were able to make it to 18, become a young adult, and find your beautiful extended family. So you have a true village.
Facts.
You have more than a village. You
Yes.
you had a tribe is less than a village. You got a village.
Right. I do. It's such a blessing. Like.
Yes. All right, guys, we will be right back.
Trish Standley TV show.
I'd like to thank my guest today, Wondrea Gilmore, for coming and hanging out with me. Isn't she just infectious? She's just such a light. No wonder she was picked first. And I love the story. I love mostly of what her mother said to her. And she told her she was a child of her heart, which meant all love, all love. And you know, we promote and we sell love here on Trish Standley TV. So anytime we can share a story of victory and demonstrations of love, deep, as she said, agape type love stories, we like to share them here on Trish Standley TV. So I would like to thank her again. Make sure you go and follow her, check her out, all things, everything she said, Wondrea Gilmore on social media. But make sure you go and connect with her. And if she inspired you and encouraged you, let her know that as well. This is the first platform where she's shared this story. So we want to inspire her and encourage her. And who knows what might kick off from this? We don't know. And as I always say, love isn't love unless you give it away. Give some love away today, guys. Be sure to give some love away. See you next time.
This is the place. This is the place.